Right, so just so you can tell here, that was the private helicopter I've just seen apparently. That was the private helicopter I just saw just a few minutes ago. As you can see, this was the Bell 505 G-IIBB X we've just seen. Just coming over, just saw a Bell 505 G-IIBB X coming over apparently. So, anyway, as you can see, that was a Bell 505 G-IIBB X I've just seen coming over from the distance. I just saw a Bell 505 G-IIBB X. And just you can see the registration is G-IIBB, that is. So it's just you can tell the registration is G-IIBB, that is. Let's have a look where it's come from actually. Let's have a look. So just you can see here, look, it's he's now on his way back to his base by the looks of it. He's now on his way back to his base that Dragon heliport by the looks of it. He's on his way back to his base by the looks of it. As you can see, that came from just somewhere nearer to slightly St Mary, Exeter by the looks of it. So as you can see, it's coming from near Topham by the looks of it. It's coming, just literally took off just where Topham is apparently. And as you can see, just from here, he's literally flown about 10,000 feet by the looks of it. As this is why, because we don't really see Bell G-IIBB X that much, to be honest, which is a shame. Because normally we would have seen the G-IIBB X, normally if it did come over, normally. Which is a shame, but normally it does come over normally, but anyway. Turns out it's a shame that we don't normally see G-IIBB X around here, which is a shame. But anyway. And also, I think we got a private plane that's over somewhere as well, but that one here is the best of Nynja Skyranger, by the looks of it. Don't know where that one is, but anyway. There he is, the Skyranger one's right there, but I'll go see the other one in a minute though, because I can't tell where the private plane is though. Can't see where the other one is though. It's the private plane, I can't even tell where he is from there, but which is, you know, quite difficult to see though, but can't even see where he is from here. Kind of look like he's coming over, but I can't tell where he is from here. But it's quite a difficult spot to see a Skyranger, but which I can't even see from here. It's passing over by Buda Water now by the looks of it, but there he is. If I can see it right now. Oh, I can't believe I see it. I can see it right over there. There he is. Well, that's the second aircraft I just saw apparently, but managed to see a spot anyway. But next minute it turns out I couldn't see a spot just a few seconds ago. So anyway, so that one here, that was the best of Nynja Skyranger, that was, and that registration here is G-CMDV. That is. Hold on, now he's gonna have ADXB. Shame that, but you know. There we go, there's the G-IIBB X right there, that's the first one we saw. That was the first one we saw apparently before this came over, which this is the one that's took off in Perranporth. So as you can see, the first one that we've just seen, that was the Bell 505 G-IIBB X, that was. Which normally the G-IIBB X that we don't normally see, but this is why, because with the Bell G-IIBB X, this is why, because at times it normally flies over past towards Falmouth by the looks of it. As you can see, it's gone over just by, normally because they would have like passed over by Pendar's Point by the looks of it, normally would have flown over by Pendar's Point though, but turns out it's literally just flown from a distance, as this came all the way from Topsham near Exeter, so I think this is where it's took on from, apparently somewhere nearer to Sidness, St Mary, Exeter by the looks of it. So yeah, as you can see, this is where Exeter Airport is though. That's where it might have took on actually today, because it looks like it's probably been visiting Exeter Airport. Well, it looks like it has been visiting Exeter today though. So yeah, and whereas with this one here, that flew about, let's go to Skyranger a minute though. There he is. So with this one here, that flew here about 19,000 feet from here, as we just saw it from the distance, as it flew past over Budor Water at 19,000 feet, and that took off from its base at Penport Airfield. That's where it took off from, apparently. This is where it's just been taken off from its base to Penport Airfield, whereas the Bell G-Ranger X, that's based at Tregon, apparently, which that's the one I took over from the Robertson R44 Chiper. So yeah, because the Bell 55 G-Ranger X since 2020, that got replaced by the Robertson R44 G-IIBB, I think it was. So yeah, I think that was the replacement helicopter that the Robertson R44 used to be based at, was at Tregon anyway, but the Robertson R44 was the previous helicopter we did have back in last year, since 2017. That's when he used to film the older helicopter, which was the Robertson R44 Chiper. It was which that registration was G-IIBB, but obviously, whereas the previous older Robertson R44 helicopter, that's now based at somewhere else apparently now, because like here we now have a Bell 55 G-Ranger X private helicopter we now have. So yeah, so that was the first one that was the second plane that was the second one we just seen. That was a private plane, and then the first one was a private helicopter, which the Bell 55 G-Ranger X is the one that's based at Tregon, apparently, which is outside of St Kevin. So yeah, so anyway, there we go. The Bell G-Ranger X is probably back at its base now. Apparently it's back to its base at Tregon now by the looks of it. Back to its base now by the looks of it, as it's been travelling all the way from Tregon to Exeter by the looks of it. Which occasionally the Bell 55 is the one we don't really see very often, but it's a shame now, because normally we don't really see it very often around my place, but because I remember last year it came flying over my place, last year it did. But now, because for the moment it keeps on like flying past over Falmouth these days, but I don't know why. So yeah, I don't know why, because it keeps flying over Falmouth these days, though not over my place in Penryn, which is a shame. But normally it did last year though, but obviously it turns out it's not anyway. Hopefully we might get around to see G-Ranger X, hopefully the Bell 55 G-Ranger X very soon, hopefully. When it next comes over my place, I'll probably be able to get a shot from it, hopefully. Hopefully I'll get a shot from the G-Ranger X, hopefully, if it does come back over my place. So yeah. But anyway, that was the two aircrafts we just saw apparently. Which the first one was the Bell 55 G-Ranger X, and the second one was the best of Nynja Skyranger 912 Swift, that was. Which, so yeah. So anyways, the Skyranger, that should be heading back to its base to Penport Airfield very soon. Whereas the Bell 55 is now already back in its base at Tregon. It's back at Tregon now by the looks of it, whereas the Bell 55 is back at Tregon Heliport now by the looks of it. It's gone back to its base there by the looks of it now. It's back to its base by the looks of it. Okay, so yeah, that was just the two aircraft we've just seen, which that was the Skyranger and the Bell 55 G-Ranger X. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, bye bye.